I'm curious. They're off to another unbelievable start. People are talking about Jalen Hurts for the Heisman. Maybe it's three straight years for the Heisman OU quarterback. At what point, Coach, do we wonder, is it really that these quarterbacks are that good and deserving of the Heisman? Or is it more Lincoln Riley's system? I mean, if 9 years from now OU's going for their 12th consecutive Heisman winner, I think it might be Lincoln Riley more than the actual kids.
Well, let me tell you this: if you and I were in that quarterback room and we were the quarterbacks, you wouldn't be up for the Heisman. So, nor would I. So, I think it's both. I think those players are incredibly talented. The last two are the very first pick in the draft. They're not picking them the first player in the draft. The last two, if they don't have the arm strength, the intelligence, all the great athletic skills that they have, the NFL teams would realize it's Lincoln Riley's system, not the talent. But it's both. I don't want to take anything away from Coach Riley because he is great at playing to the quarterback strengths and has a great quarterback friendly system. But those guys are all talented, as is Jalen Hurts. He throws a great football. He can run with it. He got a great arm. So anyway, I think it's the talent going with Lincoln Riley's system.
One of those quarterbacks, and we're talking with Bob Stoops, won a national championship, of course, at Oklahoma, 10 Big 12 titles, is now the author of No Excuses, the making of a head coach. One of those players to win the Heisman is a guy named Baker Mayfield, who walked on to Oklahoma when you were there and when you were loaded at the quarterback position, didn't necessarily need Baker. What impressed you? What are your memories about the personality and the swagger of this young man that said to you, yeah, we need this kid?
Well, he just enrolled in school and came to our first team meeting in the second semester after our redshirt freshman quarterback was just named the MVP of the Sugar Bowl and beat Alabama. That tells you all you need to know about Baker Mayfield. Most people are looking to transfer somewhere where they don't have a quarterback or they just lost a senior quarterback and there's no one else there ready to play. He goes and comes to us when we had a redshirt freshman, just had a great year. So that's him. The guy, the swagger's natural, complete competitor in every way. And he's incredibly talented to have that, to go with that kind of attitude. So he's a special guy. And as he continues on in the NFL, he'll continue to have success.
Well, Coach, speaking of success, obviously your successor, Lincoln Riley, has had a ton of success. We talk NFL a lot on this show, and we already get people who are wondering which team is going to get or try to get Lincoln Riley to be their head coach after this year. I guess I'm just curious, what would you say to Lincoln if he called you? Maybe he already has, and was debating between staying at OU or taking one of these NFL jobs he's sure to be offered after the season?
Well, I think it's everybody's individual choice. I don't know that all those NFL jobs, at least half of them may not be as good as the job he has. Some of those people in the NFL might want to be the head coach at Oklahoma. So at the end of the day, I think he's excited and happy and fulfilled with what he's doing. Family and a great wife. So it's always a family decision on how you want to work and how you want to live. And let's face it, he's making $6.5 million. What's wrong with what he's doing? So why? What NFL doesn't? I get it's the elite of football, but that doesn't mean the job's always better. So at the end of the day, I'm not so sure he's in a great situation, making great money, living a great life, and loves what he does, coaching for Oklahoma, working with players this age. He's done it in a great way. So I don't know why he's got to leave.
Can't help but wonder if he ever gets that offer to join you in that city of Dallas with the star on the side of their helmet, but we'll move on. Coach, who's the best player you ever coached?
No, that's impossible. I have been so lucky, so blessed to have had so many great players, on each side of the ball. That would be impossible. I could go on and on about what I've had. So I couldn't say.
Coach, obviously one of the big topics this week has been this California Act, fair pay for play. I know you got a bunch of California kids when you were at OU, guys like Kenny Stills and Tony Jefferson, although this rule would be for the California colleges. We're going to talk about that after we let you go here. And I just wanted to get your take, your opinion on this fair pay to play stuff and how you see it playing out in college athletics.
Well, my big concern about it would be just the opportunity to recruit. The imbalance in recruiting. If it ever creates an imbalance, we're all done. Who knows where this would lead from there. So that's the one part. Being a former coach, and part of it, you all want to be on the same playing field when it comes to recruiting. And developing your team through recruiting, and soon as that is not the case, then something has to be done to correct it.
But do you think players deserve to make money off their name, image, or likeness? Yes or no?
Yeah, to whatever degree, yes, and they already are. Players are given money, on for weekends, for travel home. The system's already better than it was 5-10 years ago by a long shot. Now, how you keep making it better, I think it just needs to be equitable. It needs to be the same for everybody. And let's, we do reinvest all this money in the players and into facilities, dorm rooms, training facilities, meal money. Snacks throughout the day. So a lot of it is coming back to them. How you make it fair, for everybody is going to be the tricky part of it. So we'll see. I don't know. There's a lot of, I think, side streets to this avenue they're going down to that really, I think, need to be looked at and thought through.